Wagner, as their head coach Tomasello said, if you win the effort battle, you always have a chance to win the game. In the NEC, conference play underway with a kickoff to the 5-yard line to Jordan Morrell. One of their kick returners driven out at the 30, and that's where the offense will take over as Sacred Heart won the coin toss. Bird always leading this team, and they get Tyreek Brown back in the lineup. Steven Krajewski, the quarterback, hands it off, and a downhill run to the game's third down defense. They've held the opposition to 26% conversion. On third down, Krajewski's got an open man to the sideline, but it's dropped by Trevor Shorter.
Really upset with themselves, and I said, probably not as upset as you. He goes exactly.
He's 20 for 37 this year with 3 interceptions and 1 touchdown. Malik Grant.
Like the play call there by the offensive coordinator, Matt Gardner of Sacred Heart.
2nd and 5, another quick toss to Abara Kwarteng. 42-yard line and a first down on a 7-yard gain.
They can really...
After the Pioneers only had 10 on the field. The head coach, Tomasello, also the D coordinator. Change of play. Prabula throws over the middle. That's a dangerous pass. Deflected and intercepted. Justin Riley has the interception as out of that timeout, he decides to throw across his body into heavy traffic. It got tipped by a Pioneer receiver, and it ends up the INT for Riley. Incomplete off the hands of Grant and into the hands of the linebacker.
You run the football a little bit and get positive yardage.
Ricky Spruill, big run across midfield, and they can't get him down till the 38-yard line.
4th and 7, Wagner not going to punt from the 34-yard line of Sacred Heart. They're going to go for it.
Field goal attempt would be 51 yards, so Krajewski to throw on 4th down, and he had a man open out of the backfield. Spruill
getting upfield and making this a 3rd down is short.
Back to Madison, and he got caught right near the line of games, looking for a stop deep in Wagner territory. To the ground. And a plow forward for 3 yards.
And the attacking of the Sacred Heart defense.
3rd and 3. Palmer Smith in the backfield. Back to Palmer Smith. And going nowhere. Dropped at the line.
He was able to get off that block and beat the block and force that incompletion.
2nd down and 10. A swing pass outside, and McGuire. A couple of shifty moves. Gets him 2 yards. Looked like he was looking up at his recruits. Prabula on 3rd down is in trouble. He thought about cutting it outside. Instead, he crumbles as Justin Riley. 3rd and 1. Back to the ground. And it's Krajewski who faked it and takes it outside from Madison. Mark Nofri said his 2 running backs get along great and complement each other well. Tipped and picked again. Prabula threw it. It got tipped at the line, and Joya with a 2nd interception for the Wagner defense.
We mentioned how they love length on the defensive side of the football, and that length was able to pay off big time as getting a paw up there making that play was Lance DeSorbro, the defensive lineman.
Krajewski's taken a shot a couple times. You wonder if, as they get Trevor Shorter in motion, would they think about going for something big here? Instead, it's swung out of the backfield. Spruill is caught by Bird on the sideline. That time he's rushed 5 times for 28 yards. He's 1 for 6 in the air for 8 yards. And the pitch is to Malik Grant. A lot of motion there pre-snap to get Grant moving the defense. He cuts it back up the middle.
Inside running lanes and more space to do so, which is what Sacred Heart wants to do.
Empty backfield now with Grant in motion. McCoy throws low, and another tip ball that gets intercepted. This time by Junior Wiley. Down the sideline, tiptoeing. McCoy looking to chase him and catch him before the goal line. He can't. It's a pick 6 return for a touchdown by Captain Junior Wiley.
Everything was working right, and then when you have a low throw, not too many times do you see a low throw where it bounces up and then hits the guy in the hands going the other way. It's an amazing play by that Wiley was able to take that and go the other way. But usually, Randy, when it's a low throw, if it hits off a receiver's arms, it goes towards the ground. That one popped up into the air, but that's not to take away what we've seen from Wagner. Pick 6 the other way because last I figured that out.
Already after 3 interceptions between the 2 Pioneer quarterbacks. That's 3rd and 2. Grant stopped near the line, trying to sneak forward. The long snapper, Josh Brown, the holder. The freshman from Clifton, New Jersey, to attempt the 41-yarder to make it a 10-point lead for Wagner going into the half. It's got the distance, and it is good. 41 yards. Wagner 4 for 10 on third down in this game. Sacred Hearts held the ball 5 minutes longer, trying to get them off the field. Krajewski throws low, Shorter goes down. The Pioneers argue that it was trapped, but it's a good catch for Trevor Shorter, the 10. Palmer Smith in the backfield, becoming a pass option. The throw goes to the end zone, tipped into the air, held in and caught, and a touchdown for Wagner on a batted ball to the tight end, Justin Wolf from Brooklyn, for a touchdown. This one, a batted ball, covered. Talley made a play on it, but unable to knock it down clean, and that batted ball becomes a touchdown for the Seahawks.
Yeah, it was a terrible throw, well executed, mainly because the defensive player could not grab the football and get his hands on it. And back-to-back plays. DeAndre Byrd, he missed that opportunity. Miles Talley, he missed that opportunity.
5 to go in the third, and a big hill to climb, about as tall as Grimes Hill on Staten Island.
I see what you did there.
4-yard gain for Palmer Smith. Benelli in motion. Quarterback keeper. And up to the 40-yard line. Good play call there for Wagner.
Rob McCoy enforced that loss.
Rather than go for a 46-yard field goal, the Pioneers go for it on fourth down. McCoy going to the end zone. Kwarteng incomplete. There was coverage the entire time.
Able to buy some time in his legs and an accurate throw on the run.
From the 11-yard line, Grant running behind blocks. And brought back, wrestled down at the 7-yard line. Wagner took better care of the ball, and they win the game. The Wagner Seahawks win their first of the season, 17-10 over Sacred Heart.